Hi guys, welcome back to my black screen series. This is episode 26, halfway through the year. I'm pretty annoyed at the weather. I've had about 3 days of rain, and the forecast for the next week is just rain. Yeah, not happy about that. Yeah, it's really going to affect my finish date. I did allow for some wet days. I'm talking about the Cybertruck again, guys, as usual. But I did allow for some wet days to get the build finished in time for my birthday. But yeah, maybe not this many wet days. Anyway, I don't mind if it's not on the road by my birthday, really. As long as it's soon afterwards. A week or two after my birthday, no big deal. I'm not that much of an impatient person. It's taken me, about good 4.5 years to get to this stage. And I thought when I started the project that I'd have it done by the end of the year. I think I started around mid-year, and maybe we're heading towards 5 years now that we're in mid-year. I don't know. I think it was early 2020 or mid 2020 that the ball started rolling with all this. Yeah, I'd have to really check it out. So, just the fact that the rain's here means I can't do anything on the Cybertruck. I've got everything I need. I've secured I've secured more cash. I actually have the cash to finish the project off. I was debating about this with a friend just the other day, whether or not I should use the cash to get more batteries and make it 4-wheel drive. And they reminded me that, didn't you want to test it out with just 2 batteries first? And yeah, like, realistically, if I got the other 2 batteries now, it would make it difficult for me to finish the project money-wise, because I do need a bit of cash to get a few things, and I can't go spend it on the batteries and then not have enough to do everything else. So, and it's not even much money we're talking about. We're down at the pointy end, so we're down to hundreds of dollars rather than thousands now. I'm still in debt for probably half this build, but that's okay. I'm getting it paid off. I'm not great at saving. I work better when I don't see the money, so direct debit is the way I'm doing it. If anyone is unfamiliar with direct debit, it's where the money comes out of your account automatically, so you don't even see it. You don't see it, you don't miss it. And in Australia we can set that up so it's automatic. so that way bills can get paid, all sorts of things. So I'm using it to pay off this debt, and done okay so far. Of the 4,000, probably 600 now that I've borrowed, I've paid back probably 1,500. Is that right? Well, at the moment I owe 3,250. There we go, if that makes it easier for people to understand. Yeah, currently 3,250, but that's coming down at 150 a fortnight, 75 a week. So yeah, a good part of that will be paid off by the end of the year. I just got to try and work the finances out. It's tight, but yeah, realistically, guys, without all this financing, borrowing money, I'd have to have the cash. So it'd mean I'd have to save the money, as I was doing earlier. But yeah, save the money and then do the build. So rather than borrow the money and do the build, save the money and then do the build, and that would take me a lot longer. So I'd be looking at least, I reckon, at least another 12 months on top of my time that I've got at the moment, and that's not even exaggerating. So yeah, so days and days of rain, and very bloody frustrating, because I just can't. Yeah, this is like as annoying as when my mate was in jail, as far as the weather is, when he was in jail and I had to look after his dogs. It was annoying because I knew I could be here doing work on the Cybertruck. Anyway, right now it's raining and I have all sorts of stuff that I can work on and money to buy more. I've got all the cash I need to get it on the road as a two-wheel drive. But yeah, the time to build, that's what I don't have. The weather's robbing that straight from me. So yeah, I can't work in the rain. Anyway, after 3 days of rain, I thought today I'll at least grab the wheel arches, the guards, and put them somewhere where they can dry. Tomorrow I might take, there's still a couple of panels. See, because everything's painted except for a few bits now. It can be rained on, so the rain's not going to damage anything. But I do need to get the panels that aren't painted and take them off, and also put them with the guards. And once that's all dry enough, either from when the rain stops or just from being out of the rain for long enough that they actually dry, then I can work on them. Can't work on them while they're wet. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just really annoyed about the rain, so I need to get the guards. They're drying at the moment. They've been all day today out of the rain. I stuck them there early this morning, and I checked them this afternoon, and they weren't really that much drier. I separated them all so they're not in one big stack, so they dry better. But yeah, it hasn't really, the weather's not conducive to drying things off. The rain's just constant, the temperatures are low, the wind's not too high, and the humidity is. So we're at 97% humidity. So the air's just too moist for things to be drying adequately. Probably will dry off, after days and days of being out of the rain like they are, but we'll see. So yeah, once they're dry, I can get to sanding and cutting them, priming and painting them. I've got everything I need to do that. I've even got more glue now, so I can make the mounts for the wheel arches. The guards. I'm not even sure what I'm calling them. The bits that cover each wheel. The black bits that stick out from the body. Yeah, guards, wheel arches, I don't know. Too tired to think. So yeah, that's another thing. With this rain, I'm not doing anything. Just watching YouTube, and yeah, I should be looking at getting a couple of things sorted out. I need to get an engineer to cut me some plate steel to a specific size, so that I've got steering hubs for the wheels, and mounting points. So yeah, I want them out of a thick plate of steel, probably, I don't know, 5mm. Yeah, we'll see how we go. I've got to talk to the engineering place and find out. Don't even know where there is one, but yeah. Firstly, find one. This rain's getting louder. Secondly, talk to them about doing it. And finally, pay for it. Hopefully it won't cost too much. And need 2 pieces of steel cut out and then have some holes drilled into them. 20mm holes. But they need to be like a D-shape hole, if you know what I mean, because they've got a flat side. And yeah, probably around 5mm thick. But anyway, 2 bits of steel, no bigger than the size of your hand really. Probably a bit narrower than your hand, a touch longer than your hand, or about the same length, I don't know. And only about 5mm thick with a hole cut in them. So shouldn't cost too much. I'm expecting $100 or so, maybe less. We'll see how we go. Oh, Leia snoring hardcore. Oh. So yeah, I've not got a lot done since the last video because it's just been raining. But one consolation is, instead of me bringing this video out a week late for this upload, it's going to be up late Wednesday night, I guess. So that's handy. So there's a silver line into the cloud there. The fact that I'm catching up on this. The episode behind that I've been behind for weeks and weeks and weeks. I'll probably catch up. Because with a whole week of rain, I'll get to make this episode, which gets me to last Sunday. And then I'm only a few days away from next Sunday. And I can, because there's nothing happening work-wise with the Cybertruck, I'm stuck inside, so I might as well just make another episode in the next couple of days, put that out on time, and then I'll be caught up. So yeah, that's one good thing. Yeah, this is really messing with me, this rain. It really is. Like, I got a headache. I'm sleeping odd hours. I'm probably sleeping too much, but lots of, like, I'm probably doing about 4, 6, 8 sleeps a day. I don't know. But only a couple of hours at a time, or an hour or so. And yeah, at all weird hours, even in the daytime. So yeah, it's I'm just sort of going to sleep when I'm tired enough, or bored enough. And yeah, sometimes the rain, it's actually relaxing and hypnotic and nice and comfortable, and it just helps you get off to sleep. So that's one good thing. I guess I'm catching up on rest. But yeah, I'd rather be getting into it. I'd rather be tired and having something done and getting more progress happening with the Cybertruck. Yeah, it's a real bummer that I'm not. But shit happens. So yeah, I don't really know what I need to talk about at the moment. It's all black and white, isn't it? You know why I'm sounding a little bit down, I guess. The weather. It's yeah. I won't keep going on and on about it. I already feel like I'm sounding like a broken record going on about it already. So, on that note, guess I might as well have a billy. YouTube can't see it, but they can hear it. Well, there was something that I really wanted to talk about in this episode, and it was just random. It was just something that came to me. I was watching a YouTube video, someone that had been bullied, and they were talking about their experiences of being bullied. And it made me really reflect on school time, back in school, all those decades ago. What are we talking? How many decades? 41 years, coming up 42 years since I've been at school. It's a long time ago. I don't dwell on that, but I really think that it did contribute massively to my development, personality-wise, confidence-wise, added to my depression. Not really, I wasn't a happy kid because of it. But yeah, I was bullied at school, and it, I was one of these scared kids that were constantly worried about getting into fights, and sometimes despite my best efforts, I still ended up getting into fights. Yeah, I'm a gentle person. I don't like fighting. Still don't. And at that stage, I didn't even know how to defend myself, and I was a puny little kid, little, you know, hardly going through puberty, or still going through puberty. It was just beginning. Life was fresh, and I hadn't developed, my physique, my confidence, anything at all really. I was just a little kid, and yeah, the bullying, just totally unnecessary and totally stupid. So so you pass the buck, I guess, and this I'm ashamed of. There's a couple of kids, but really I just joined in with other kids when they were bullying someone. Like, yeah, throwing my dumb comment just to make them feel a little bit better about themselves, because I was feeling like wonderful myself from all my bullying, so I thought might as well give them some, seeing as that made me feel good. Yeah, no, it's horrible, guys. Like, you don't know the half of it. It affects people in so many ways. Um, it's not like when you walk away and have a laugh because you upset someone. That's not the end of it. They go away and they have trouble composing themselves for a while, and then the next person that talks to them, they're expecting more. Um, and they become introverted, and they isolate, and they don't talk to people, and they don't share. Well, that's my experience anyway. Um, yeah, I'm not going to go into the bullying so much. Just know that it was in school. Um, I don't even like to talk about it, because if I feel like if I talk about it, I'm arming people with weapons they can use against me, because I can still be bullied. I feel like I'm still, if someone started doing the same things to me again, I feel like I'd go into that position of feeling like that vulnerable kid again. Or I'd cut less and try and hurt them. I don't know. um, yeah. So after school, I got into martial arts, and I wanted to be able to defend myself and defend other people if they were bullied. I think fortunately those situations really never arose. The few times where people were getting bullied, because I'm not that confident, outspoken person. If no one else was around, I guess I would have jumped up. But yeah, quite often there was someone else around, and they'd step in before I got to. So yeah, I think I got saved a lot of times where I could have been tested. And I could have tried to even the score from when I was at school, in my adult life, or in my younger, I guess in my young adult life. So pot became the thing that really helped me out. I think it's something that it gave me an escape. It made me relax and feel good. It there was also the social side of it. So I was smoking pot with mates, and so there was I wasn't such a loser when it came to smoking pot amongst other mates that smoked pot. I wasn't, I was a bit more normal, and yeah, and then in my younger life, there's still the odd occasion where I'd get teased a little about different things, and yeah, and I'd try and act like it didn't affect me, and I'd laugh it off, but really it did, and yeah, I could feel those feelings that I had, at school. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about bullying just quickly because I was bullied, and because I saw that thing the other day on YouTube about that person that got bullied. It touched some nerves, and I was triggered into. I was going to make a episode straight away, but at the time my battery was nearly dead, and it was raining heavily, and it was loud, and yeah. So I decided, yeah, I'll wait until it's not raining so heavily. And also I was a bit hyped up about it. I would have gone on about it a lot more. I would have got a bit more passionate, probably swore, and yeah, just yeah, been a bit over the top. So now I've had time to reflect a bit more and think before I talk about it. I decided take a more tame approach. Um, don't go attacking everyone, but really, it's not everyone's fault. Bullying is not everyone's fault, but it is. It's the individual and everyone, and yeah, it's bullying's complex. Um, but really, don't step in. If someone's bullying someone, if you're going to step in on defense of the person being bullied. Um, Either attack the bully verbally. I'm not encouraging anyone to bash anyone. Don't want people to fight. But yeah, make them reflect. So get them to think about what they're saying. Ask them how they would feel if they were in that situation, and yeah, whatever. Um, Ask them if they think it's nice. All those sorts of questions. Is that a nice way to talk to someone? Has he done something wrong to you? For you to, are you trying to? Is it making you feel better by making him feel bad? Is that how cheap your life is? Um, there's so many ways that you can attack them verbally without actually yelling and shouting and saying, "Oh, I'll smash your head in if you say that again." Like doesn't have to get down to aggression and threats and all that sort of stuff. The best approach is to make them think about what they're saying, and the easiest way to do that is to ask questions. So repeat what they've said back to them in a question. So ask them if that's the deal. Anyway, yeah, I just really wanted people to understand that bullying's not cool. It's not funny. Um, there was a time when I thought it was. Part of me did. I don't know. There's a twisted part, but yeah. But really, we didn't have that anti-bullying culture either that protects people a bit better. Apparently, it doesn't protect people so well. Like, bullying's still a thing in schools. I'm still seeing posts on Facebook about Aussie kids getting bullied in school. Yeah, I won't go into it, but I know um, people that have, I know people personally that have had bullying videos go viral. So it's no yeah, met them in Nimbin, know their family. Like, you know, it's nothing to be pleased about. Um, there's nothing to gain from bullying. All you're doing is making some other person feel bad, and there's no reason for it. If you got a problem with someone, talk to them about it. But bullying's not an answer, and you shouldn't be attacking someone just because they're different, or just because they're weaker than you, or just because they're fat, or just because they're ugly, or just because they're wearing glasses, or just because they've got a funny name, or just because they're eating funny food, or something that isn't quite you. It's not normal to you, so it's weird, and you want to pick on it, or whatever it is, or something that they've done, or yeah, like it's uncool, guys. Please don't do it. Um, anyway, and very quickly, um, another topic I wanted to talk about was suicide. And ooh, hang on, YouTube don't like me saying that word. Maybe because it's towards the end of the video, and I'm not real clear in my speech. I might have got away with it, but anyway, the S word. So, um, choosing to opt out, yeah, um, and really, there's too many people that do it. So I'm just going on Australian stats here. Um, 5 years ago, the stats were six Aussies a day would self-terminate. Um, yeah, unalive themselves is the cool saying nowadays. I shouldn't laugh, but yeah, it's a bit of a silly. This being politically correct, or being gentle, or not offending people, like I should be able to just say the word that I said a minute ago. But yeah, the S word. I'm not going to say it again. Not that this is monetized or anything like that, but I'm sure that it'll affect the algorithms too if the word gets picked up in the video. So, but yeah, anyone that unalives themselves, yeah, it's a life lost, and like I said 5 years ago, six Aussies a day would do it. Now, 5 years later, those stats have changed, and there's 9 Aussies a day. That's pretty shocking. It's an increase of 30%, or a third, more than 30%. But 8 of them are guys too, guys. I say guys when I talk to you guys, and I say guys, I actually include the girls. But yeah, I call everyone, yeah, you guys. I could walk into a room full of girls and say, "How guys, how you going?" Um, yeah, sorry, folks. I don't know, people, but yeah, um, yeah, it's a serious thing. So, and obviously, not having someone to talk to, having depression, being bullied, um, all sorts of pressures of life can throw someone towards that decision. So I want people to think, and everyone knows someone that needs a bit of a help. Maybe they're not quite there, but they could be heading there if you don't intervene. So talk to someone. And there's a chance that you may not know someone, or you may think, hey, I'm that someone. Well, talk to someone. Don't expect someone to talk to you. No, I've done that a lot myself. I've been depressed, and I think, oh, I'll just feel better if someone talks to me. And really, people are shit. I'll be honest with you, they are. Um, there's some great people around, don't get me wrong, and there's some people that care. But when it comes down to the right time, no one will be there for you. It's just how things will work. So don't expect someone to come and save you. You need to save yourself. And it's hard to do when you're in that low point to have self-preservation on the mind. But I've learnt one thing about this topic. Um, People that survive it regret trying. And that's proven statistic. People that survive an attempt regret trying in the first place. So I'm going to end there. I'm not going to go on and on about it now, guys, but I do want, it's a topic that's dear to my heart. So yeah, think about that. That it's not worth it. It's not worth unaliving yourself, because there's a chance that you'll regret it, and there's a chance you regret it on your last breath, and you go, oh no, what have I done? Too late, game over. You know what I mean? Like when you're swinging off the end of a rope or whatever the story is, you've already made that cut. You've already jumped. Whatever the story is, guys, you know what I mean? Like the truck's heading for you. I don't know. You've already taken the pills. So many different things. Anyway, look, I don't want to go on about it anymore. I want to I just wanted to touch on those topics, bullying and the other one, unaliving yourself. And I'm going to end this episode now because my time is running out. I'm out of room on the card. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode, which will be in a few days' time. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you heaps. Bye.